Conor Rowley.
I'm Crystal and this is my script presentation. So as mine's a pretty generic script, friendship and teen movie melodrama type stuff. Because I struggled with writing scripts, so I wanted to do something that was kind of an easy topic, so I chose something that I know about, which is horse riding. So the duration, I want it to be, say the shortest to be 5 minutes and the longest to be about 7 or 10. The theme is coming of age story and the battle, which I will explain more later. So the logline. Logline is challenges a horse rider faces. So injury, friendship, pressure, money, aging and competition. So as for money, it's an extremely expensive hobby, as I would know. Injury, risk of injuries, the injuries that we'll get are quite severe, so it can be quite life-threatening. Friendships, making new friends or common ground. Competition, so even though you've made those friends, they now become your competition and your rivals essentially. Pressure from parents and riding instructors to be able to get good places in competitions. And aging, so dealing with teenage problems at the same time as the pressure of competing. Setting, so as it's a horse riding one, I want it to be set at stables, obviously. And the first scene will be set in the main character in her bedroom, because there'll be an argument with her parents, which kind of sets all the scenes up for later. Main characters, so I have Cassie and Topaz. So Cassie is the main character, Topaz, who joins later on, and the riding instructor. And then as kind of sub-characters is Cassie's mum and dad and some extras for in the background, so they can be walking horses in and out to make it look like an active yard. So the plot. The plot will, at the start they said it's going to be an argument with the parents, arguing over like the price of things and the fact that she's not placing good enough places in the competitions. So that sets up then her determination for later on in competition, which is then, because she starts cutting corners in the competition, she then falls and injures herself. Then it will be, plus it introduces the characters and what it's all about. Then it's the riding lesson, which is where she's going to meet Topaz, the novice rider, and that scene will establish Topaz as the novice rider, and shows Cassie as being stuck up. During the riding lesson, Cassie will be criticised a lot and Topaz will be praised, which then sets Cassie up for sort of the hatred towards Topaz, which makes her even more determined to win the competition. The competition, so the first part of the competition, which is competition for horse riding competitions, are done in 2 rounds. Sometimes there's more, depending on how many competitors you have. So this first round, Topaz the novice will be in front of Cassie, and which starts to push Cassie even more and sets her up for the fall. So competitions are mainly done with faults, so you'll get time faults for if you go over the time allowed around the course, and pole faults for if you knock any of the poles over. Second round, obviously all these scenes have set Cassie up to be more determined, so she pushes herself too much that she falls after she goes over the last jump. And then Topaz's choice. So the choice that Topaz ends up giving up her place in the competition and disqualifying herself so that Cassie can win, but it's after the fall, so obviously Cassie is unconscious, so Topaz gives up her place to take Cassie basically to the hospital and accompany her. And then there's the hospital scene where they obviously become friends and sort everything out in the end. So theme. So coming of age, the battle, an inner battle. So Cassie has an inner battle with herself because she's got so many problems with her parents and her parents pressuring her, and then the fact that she has to compete, and then she's worrying about money worries, and she has like so many other problems, plus then competing against Topaz, and coming of age as it's kind of just a general teenage drama. And then the battle between Cassie and Topaz as they compete as well. So, origin of the story. So, I had originally wanted to do a gaming drama, but I had wrote that and then JC said no, so I had to do this one instead. So, the story kind of reflects me because the main character, Cassie, after she falls over the jump, like, she severely injures her spine, so then she'll be kept in the hospital, which it happened exactly to me, where I fell off the jump and I almost broke my spine. So it kind of reflects me in the fact that, like, because it's such an expensive hobby as well, like, I had the same issue with my money worries, having to get like part-time jobs, that sort of stuff, to be able to cover riding lesson expenses. And experience, obviously I have experience, I have 8 years in riding, so it's kind of an easy subject for me to write about, and obviously my accident, and the many injuries that riders suffer, troubles and challenges, and typical growing up story. So I was having to deal with high school, getting high school work done, and like parent problems and what have you, as well as I was competing at the time, so I was trying to get like decent places in competitions and revising at the same time, and just wasn't all happening. Style. So, as mentioned before, the location will be stables. So the main bit will be on a yard. There's one scene where it will be on the yard with all the stable blocks, where 2 characters will meet each other. And the rest of it will be in a either outdoor riding ring or an indoor riding ring. Indoor would be easier because you eliminate the risk of rain, and then so you can film for longer hours. Her bedroom scene, I wanted her bedroom to have a sort of style like this, where it's like a proper typical horsey young teenager's room, where it's like colourful and cute and lots of little rosettes and things like that. So the style that I wanted it to be, like the location, I wanted it to be pretty, so there's lots of like greenery around and forest and stuff like that, but I still want it to be rough, where you can see that there's work going on, you can see them shifting hay bales, and like that it's a fully active yard. And for arenas, there's a horse Facebook group that I'm on, so they regularly post adverts and things like that for people's private yards that they have open and are allowing to rent. I want it to be light and warm graded, so I want it to be like oranges, and like for the film, as it's like a teenage melodrama comedy type thing, I want it to be kind of a happy coloured one. And yeah, there's just pictures of me riding. So practical, so there's no special effects needed, but as the character will fall, they will need obviously a choreographed stunt person, as well as crash mats or sort of safety things put in place for them so they don't actually get hurt. Costume, so bedroom scene, obviously parents and main characters will be casual clothes as they're in the bedroom. But then the main characters are going to need show jumping outfits, which can be quite expensive depending where you look though. So shot order, I have bedroom, riding yard, riding ring for the lesson, and riding ring for the competition, and then the hospital. So the hospital we could build in the studio, and build room in the studio, and then the rest is we would probably have to build a bedroom as well, possibly, but the rest will just be on a stable, at stables. Casting, so I'm going to have 5 main characters, plus a few background extras, and then obviously extra horses, so it would probably be quite an expensive film to produce scenes as feeding and upkeep of a horse isn't cheap. Music-wise, I haven't actually thought about music yet, so it's definitely something that I need to think about, but all I know is that I want something kind of dramatic that builds up the tension when it comes to the competition to kind of hold the watcher in and like give you the build-up for when she falls. Any questions? Yes.
With the location, as in yard, where you want to actually film it, like the actual land, you said you can rent it, but is it easy to get to for, say, a camera van or equipment crew? People to take their equipment from college to there.
Yeah.
And is it far to travel to?
So I googled it because I wanted to check how many riding schools there actually was in Manchester, and there was 9 pages of different like riding schools and like Google Maps that came up, and there was like 9 or 10 per page, so there's quite a lot. So obviously you kind of got to pick your lot there. You can just go around, scout out which ones are most accessible. And a few that I've been to, like they're just off main roads, so it's easy, and near enough all the riding schools have car parks as well, so it's easy to park the van there and put the equipment there. Yeah.
So what weather would you be expecting to go and try and film and feel on location?
So if we were using the outdoor riding ring, I would want sunshine, nice, happy day sort of thing. But if it's obviously an indoor one, you won't be able to tell because it's roofed, so you can't tell if it's night or day. And then the bedroom seating will be, hopefully you'll be able to see some of the light coming through the window, so I want it to be possibly afternoon, as if she's just come home from, say, school or something like that. Yes.
Yeah, will there be any complicated shots, or is it basic, like composition?
I think the only there's not really, I don't want really any fancy shots, maybe like, well there'll be definitely like a tracking one, say when they're going over the jumps and things like that, or maybe one where, so I've seen, what I liked as well was people when they have the GoPros attached to them, so I've seen a lot of riding videos where they'll attach GoPros so you can get the feel of going up the jump, so maybe some little shots like that. The only really complex one would be the fall, obviously, because that's one, it's going to be difficult to do and capture. 2, I don't really know how they would set up the camera for that.
Okay. Yeah, you said you've got experience for 8 years, so did you have to do much research, or was it all just easy for you?
Not really, I didn't have to do any research, it was all just there already, like, because I worked at the stables as well, so I have the knowledge of taking care of the horses, plus then the knowledge of riding too, and then all the experience of all my past injuries.